Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Eric Tolman, and just want to go over the next approaching storm system that will be making its move in here in for the next couple days. I'm going to tell you how long that's going to last in just a moment. I'm doing two things all at one time, so please have patience with me as I try to do this a little bit different. It might be a little bit better for me as well. I'm going to try it and see if it works. Okay, anyway, we don't have anything basically going on right now in Michigan, so everything's fairly quiet, so that's actually a good thing. We'll talk about our current conditions and all of that in just a little bit. So we're not really expecting anything in the meantime as of right now. So you can see that there's actually some snow activity going on over in this area, like over in Canada and that, and parts of a little bit of northeast sections over there. There's some snow activity going on over there, but it's far away from Michigan, so that's actually a good thing as well. But our next chance for storm potential is right there. That has the snow, rain, and the sleet and freezing rain with it as well. That's what I'm tracking currently right now. So stay tuned. I've got the rest of that because that's going to be the next phase for the possibility of accumulating snow. I'll tell you how much we'll be expecting as well. Stay tuned and I'll get you through the rest of this part of the forecast, and then we'll focus in on the rest of the forecast later on this afternoon. Stay tuned. We'll be right back, and we'll talk more about the storm potential. And please remember to subscribe, like, comment as well, and we'll be right back. And I am back. And I just want to tell you that I will be watching the DFS models for most of the day today, just in case this thing actually changes and we get something totally different later on during the day. You can see that there's still snow with this, and there's even sleet, freezing rain as well. And then you can see that there's some rain right in there. There's a little bit of rain way down over there as well. So you can see that most of the Midwest is fairly quiet. There's not really a big expansion of snowstorm developing, but you can see I am watching that very closely. You're going to see how interesting it gets. So I'll get you through this part of the forecast. Then we'll talk about snow accumulation and how much Michigan can expect out of this snowstorm. We'll be right back right after this. We'll let you know how long it's going to be around and when it's finally going to get out of here and dry up again. We'll be right back with more details on the snowstorm as well. Stay tuned for more updates on the major snowstorm. We'll be right back. And you can actually see in this model right here that there's actually some sleet developing in here, and you can see that there's mostly snow with it, and then there's rain along with it. There's still some snow activity going on over in little parts of the Northeast over here, but there is nothing going on for most sections in the Midwest, so things are fairly not so bad. It's just basically this major winter storm that will have blizzard-like conditions. That's still in the Midwest out there. So I'm still watching that very closely, and as we go into the later parts of the day, that thing is really going to start doing its own snow machine type of thing. That means that snow machine is going to turn itself back on again, and then that's going to bring accumulating snow and all that other stuff. Blizzard-like conditions, so it's really going to be a mess of a whole different thing. Stay tuned. We're getting to the bottom of this forecast. We'll be right back right after this. and we'll let you know how bad it's going to get by the time it hits Michigan. Stay tuned for that as well. As you can see in this model right here, you can see that the snow band is really starting to build over there. You can see that the snow storm itself is really starting to expand. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in just a little bit there. You can see that the snow is really starting to pick up in intensity there. You can see that there's a little bit of freezing rain, and there's some rain ahead of it. So it is starting to get more interesting, as we can see. So very, very interesting stuff. So things are fairly quiet across most of the sections of the Midwest, but the area that's going to mainly get hit with all of this is actually this section right here, but that's not really the only spot that's going to get hit with it. Michigan is going to get hit with this, Canada, and then from there, I believe the Northeast will get hit with this as well. So we're going to find out which areas get pounded first, and then we'll talk about accumulation as well. And that will be our next focus for the remainder of the rest of the forecast. And then I've got more later on this afternoon, but I'll be watching the GFS models for most of the day in case this thing changes again and we get different readings on the storm system. I've got more coming up in just a few minutes. Stay tuned. We'll be right back right after this. I'm sorry. And you can see in this GFS model, you can really see that this storm is really, really intensifying. As a matter of fact, it's intensifying. There's a lot of snow contended with this. There's even rain, and there's freezing rain with this as well. But you can see all of the snow that's going to be all packed in there across the Midwest. And it's going to be making its move, and it's headed towards Michigan. So unfortunately, that means prepare for more snow. And how much is that going to be? I'll have that total coming up shortly. We'll be back in just a little bit with more. We'll be right back. So hopefully you're prepared for it. We'll let you know if you'll need the shovels or not, but I'd probably get them out anyway, just in case you'll have to shovel your driveways in the morning. We'll be right back. And thank you so much for joining me once again. I'm Eric Tolman, just to let you know that on Friday, on January the 15th, that is going to be the day when Michigan is going to get hit with this thing. So you can see exactly where it is right now. If you want to have a look there in the GFS model, you can see that it is basically all around in there, right there. And then there's snow way up there as well. So you can see that this thing is really starting to explode there. And then you can see right in the middle of it that there's some freezing rain with that as well. So it is going to be making its move towards Michigan and the upper peninsula of Michigan will also see the snow as well. So if you stay tuned, we'll kind of wrap this forecast up a little bit, and then in a little bit we'll talk about snow totals as well. So that snowstorm is going to be making its move across the Midwest. Michigan is in favor for snow as well. We'll talk about how much for Michigan, and we'll let you know how long it's going to last. I'll have more details prior to the snowstorm. Later on this afternoon, I'll have another update on the snowstorm potential and much more. Stay tuned, so hopefully Michigan is prepared because you have another round of snow on the way, as well as accumulation. We'll have more in just a little bit. Thank you.